What's up, guys? Been talking about doing this for a little bit. Figured I'd at least do like a base building 101. I'm still waiting on Chandler to get me a list of all the things he would cover. He's been base building for a while, knows all about bases, everything you could know about it. So I figured I'd at least get some of the basics down as a starting point, and once he gets me the list of things I need to cover, I'll do another video for that. So these buildings and traps over here are some of your more important ones. I've come to the realization the more I've played that spring traps are actually just as important as your double giant bombs against a hog raid. But we'll go over that as we go along. So when you're thinking about your base, you never want it to be symmetrical. This wall layout here is just a random wall layout I did. Nothing serious about it. I just kind of made something up. So when you're creating your base, you always want to use your town hall. If we're running, you want to run anti threes, I guess you can call it. You want to use this as like a big hit point wall off to the side. Okay, you want to make it so that takes a little bit of time, but it's also not in conjunction with any of these other buildings as best as possible. You never want to have like your town hall there, your archer queen here, your like double giant bombs. You don't want them like right next to it. So then all it takes is one kill squad to take everything out. Now that gets tricky because you only have this amount of space, or however you do your walls, to build a base. You just want to try to minimize the likelihood of somebody getting all the important stuff in one shot. So if you could just think about it, I mean, if you were to put your town hall over there, your archer queen on this side, I mean, that's a little centralized, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And your like double giant bombs, you could have one like over here. Sorry, my tablet's working a little funny right now. Double giant bombs there, maybe some over here. Now, this is actually a bad wall layout because you never want your double giant bombs to be able to be accessed by one jump. If someone were to drop a jump right there, then they could actually get both bomb spots. So it's a lot of planning, a lot of thought process ahead of it, but it can really be stressful. I've tried building bases a bunch of times and it's always frustrating. With these air defenses, the main thing I want to bring up with this is you never want to have air defenses out on the corners like this because that can be queen walked. I mean, you always want to at least have them like 6 spaces away from the border so that they can't queen walk them. I mean, if you have 3 air defenses in a row like that, that could be queen walked or just sacrificed by a hog, whatever, then you're going to be susceptible to air raids. With that being said, every base, there's always one weakness to it. There's never going to be a base that's strong against everything. So there's a lot of things that go into it. Double giant bombs are tricky because if your defenses between them or around them, I'm sorry, are set up incorrectly, they could single trip. It's tricky to get it, but if you tweak your base around after every war, it really helps because basically what you're going to have to do is build a base and then every war watch it attacks on it, see what happens, what is good, what's not good, and you're going to have to make adjustments. The Teslas down here, I wanted to bring up just because I wanted to show like best practices for a Tesla farm of some sort, or even a troll Tesla. So if you want to run a Tesla farm, this is just a quick one right here. You never want them to be in the same compartment. Okay, you never want like all 4 Teslas up in here. Okay, because then one golem gets in there, it's not going to go well for you. So if you've got a couple walls separating them, it's going to be a little harder to take all 4 out. Hogs can get through them, but that's tricky as well. And P.E.K.K.A.s, if you're facing a Go Wipe clan, are just going to get rocked by them. So the other thing I wanted to talk about with hidden Teslas is what's called a troll Tesla. A couple people use them. That's when you take a hidden Tesla and you move it all the way to one of the corners. Okay. Now this isn't really good for like actual defense of your base, but it can really trip up cleanup troops. If you have a hidden Tesla all the way up in the corner there, and the hogs are finishing on this Tesla down here, and nothing else is up, for defense, they have to run all the way across to get this Tesla. Okay, it doesn't always work. I mean, it usually helps on the fresh attacks, but doesn't always work. But it can be a time kill, and also if there's only like a couple hogs, that Tesla's going to beat it. So, what do you guys really want from a base building? Do you guys want me to build a base? Do you guys want me to go over certain things? What? Let me know, because like I said, I don't know everything about base building, but with the whole leadership group, we know a lot about it. And honestly, with base building, no one's ever going to be able to build the perfect base. It's got to be like a living thing. You always have to be changing it and tweaking it, everything like that. And also, ask around. Ask your fellow clanmates, hey, what do you think of my base? What can you do, or what can I do better? Anything like that. Because everyone looks at things differently. I love hogs. I mean, there's a couple of guys in our clan who hog almost every single base, but there are other guys who love to air raid. It's really a good thing to ask around to see what people think. I mean, if you're a hog, I like hogs. I actually tend to build my bases towards hog attacks. Well, that leaves me really susceptible to air raids. So it's good to ask around, get opinions from people, see what they think, everything like that. So, guys, let me know. Either contact me, leave a comment, whatever you guys want. I mean, this is just a real basic video until I get Chandler's list from him. But I'm open to suggestions, anything you guys want. Thanks, guys.